Hi, it's Crystal, and my allergies started bothering me. I was looking through old bags of clothes, like to put in the laundry and stuff, because I'm slimmer now and I can fit some of my nice stuff. So I got into dust in my nose, I guess, and my allergies are kind of bothering me, but I'm not gonna tool around any longer. I need to get this done because I promised it, so I'm gonna do it. So let's go. Aliya Mustafina. I thought was just, they wear such glamorous makeup. Let's look at them just real quick. They just they do have a beautiful face and they wear makeup well, but they are not a female. And there's so many markers. It's like I caught every single marker that one could hope to catch with this person. I'm turning up the brightness so we can see. Okay, just right away, straight away, there's zero Q angle here. Tiny hips. We got shoulders out here, hips way in here. We got a fairly long humerus bone, but not as long as some I've seen. She does have a square jawline, but it's not the squarest jawline that I've seen. And she kind of has a thickening of the forehead, kind of like similar to how Meghan Markle does, like just a thickening of the whole forehead, and the eyes are set back. But it's not a really sloping back forehead, but it doesn't have to be always. The clavicles here are horizontal, and they go all the way straight to the edge. And Mustafina has big wrists. There was one photo that I was looking for that I had seen the other day when I looked at this person to see if could they be a girl, which I was dumb to even think they could be. But no, there was a picture I wanted to find for this transvestigation, and they were sitting down signing autographs, and just their arm and like their wrists were just huge, like strong. My wrist is probably a third of the size of her wrist here. It's just wild. And so, I don't know. This person, I think, has had the whole operation, if you know what I mean. Because I've never seen anomalies in the private area, but I see no Q angle. Wide shoulders, no hips. Big hands for a small person. They have a square jawline. They have a brow ridge. This is not a good example of it, but this is just the first picture. I've got it all. Y'all will be happy with, if I can get out of this picture. Okay, jeez. Okay, let's see right here. Here was, I caught this one here, and I thought it was a good example to show how long the arms are. Look at that. Those arms are halfway from, it's like hip there. They're halfway down to the knee. Long arms. Wide shoulders. No hips. Straight legs with no Q angle. None at all. They kind of have, this is still a flat back because the curve is like, they're kind of a sway back. There's like lordosis, in which they lean. This one person has kind of lordosis, and then there's kyphosis, where you're like a hunchback. This is where they have a sway back, but this is not a female curve here. This is where the back is kind of, they're leaning, it's lordosis, I believe. But correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think that's right, because there's kyphosis, which is like Quasimodo, and then there's lordosis, and they have lordosis here, but it's still straight. It's straight, and then the curve is right there above the butt. So, yep, you can see the jawline good here. Let me zoom in here. Square jawline. Whoop! I don't like when it does that. And you can see the setback eyes and the brow ridge. And this person also always has they have a really intense male gaze. And it was funny. One of the pictures I have, it was like an article talking about bitch face or something with this person. I'm not trying to curse. It was funny. Okay, let me go here. Okay, here we go. I picked this one here because you can see the hand size there. You can see the square jawline here, and you can see tracheas times 2. Prominent tracheas. Trachea. And you can still see just extremely wide shoulders and no hips. Square jaw, prominent trachea. Really prominent trachea on that one, but still, I caught the trachea, so that's what that picture was for. Right here is a really good picture of, you can see they're just shaped like a T. The shoulders are about 3.5 head widths from all the pictures I looked at. That's what I would say, 3.5 head widths. Look at these arms. Halfway down, the finger ends there, that's almost to the knee. It's like 3/4 of the way to the knee. If she put her hand next to the leg, it would be like right there. Bam. Female arm length is supposed to be here, or just maybe here, but they're a whole hand length too long to be a female. What's this one for? You can see the square jawline. I think that's all that one was for. She doesn't really have a sloping back forehead, but does have a thickened brow. Okay, here we go. Let me move this flat earth ticker thing out of the way. Okay. Smoking guns here, right and left. Clavicles. Prominent clavicles. Horizontal, going straight to the edge. Wide shoulders. They're turning sideways, kind of trying to offset so it's not a straight on view of how wide the shoulders are, but the long arms are way too long, and the Adonis belt is there below the navel, and female's hips end above the navel, which would create the female waist indent, which she does not have. She has a very prominent Adonis belt. And beat up kneecaps too. I don't know if I have a picture in here with the beat up kneecaps, but there's so many markers on this person that it doesn't matter. I already got them. Okay, they're posing trying to show a Q angle, but we've seen this person has no Q angle. But they know how to pose. But she made a mistake here because Adonis belt is screaming, is blazing like that tattoo. Blazing out. High navel. Really? That's Adonis belt is the male hip bone ends below the navel. The female's hip bone ends above the navel. That's why they have indents, because it's the end of the hip. And she does not have that. This is funny. They're talking about the stare, see? Quotes about stare. This person has a very intense look at look at this here. Let me zoom in. Very intense. She could stare a hole right through you, really. Really. They are a very pretty boy. It's a shame that the parents do this stuff to their... Look right here. I had a dream about bitch face. But no, this person has a very intense gaze. Right there, you can see the brow, the thickened brow, and the eyes are set back. Little cleft chin there, which a female can have a cleft in their chin, but it's more common on males. And they do have a square jawline, but not the squarest one I've ever seen. But that's the brow ridge is caught right there. This is a nice picture of this is a great shot right here of what a male collarbone looks like. It is straight, prominent, sticking up, horizontal, and it goes all the way straight to the edge. Textbook. And the muscle development in the arms is a bit much to be a female. It's just not one. Here we go again. Well, there you can see cleft chin. You can see right on this side the eyes set back and the brow ridge, the square jawline. Kind of, they're trying to hide the square end part with her hair. Collarbone straight and horizontal to the edge. Here she goes again with this. This is not smart, Aliya. Like, what were you thinking here? But no. Now the tattoo's on the other side because I guess the mirror, the reflection in the mirror or something. Adonis belt's blazing. And the muscular development on the abs like that is hard for a female to get. A female can't get it. But there was a long time I wanted to have a waistline and abs like Britney Spears. I was obsessed with that. And I worked out in the gym to the point of making myself sick. Like where I worked myself into exhaustion. Where I got sick. And then I had to rest for a while. Because I was working out 4 hours a day at the gym. 6 days a week. Trying to get abs like this, which is similar to the way Britney Spears' abdomen is. And I was so mad when I found out Britney's not a female and that the ideal that I was trying to reach was unreachable because I'm a female and Britney is not. I don't know why they do this, just to mock us is why. Hair beauty, bald hair. No, what I would call this is a ha-ha joke. Like, for a male, it would be normal to shave your head. And you notice they're holding, I guess, uneven bars or whatever, but holding a pole. That's so funny. Not. They're just sick. Okay, square jawline. This is a good image here of the huge wrists. These arms are just powerful, big hands. This person's tiny, but big hands, long fingers, and super thick wrists. Like they could grab a tree trunk and just snap that tree in half. That is not. My wrist is seriously half that size, if not less than half. Okay. Here you can see the eyes are set back in the brow. And I'm not real big on this here because both my daughters have a ring longer than the index. And that is a soft marker. It's not reliable, but it is more common for males to have ring longer, but it is not abnormal for females to have the ring longer. It's just one marker to look at, and there's about 20 markers. So we do have ring longer than the index. And a square jawline, and the thickened brow bone, and the deep set eyes. And the intense male gaze as well. Okay. The intense male gaze. Look at that. That is a male gaze. You get male energy from it. And I'm just seeing, if you look at these hands are, she's taking her hand and bending it over her shoulder and kind of keeping part of it out of sight. But this hand would definitely cover up this whole head. And I see the cleft chin there. They're a very pretty person, but they're just very much so a male person. And let's see. Oh, save the best for last here. The icing on the cake. Okay, here we've got this male to female here with their FTM husband, and she's giving us the Baphomet sign. Like, I'm both sexes in one. Both of us are. They're laughing at us too, but that's what they do. I'm just really disappointed, Aliya, because I really thought you were you are very talented, but you're a deceiver and a liar, and you need to repent. If your parents made you get operations, that is something you can't help, but you need to repent, and repenting includes telling the truth to all of your fans that you've deceived and lied to. I hope everybody has a blessed day.